Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. We start with the daily chart, then take a look at Bitcoin dominance, and then we want to take a look at the shorter time frame chart as well. As we're heading into a new trading week, I hope you all had a great weekend. I think it's going to be another exciting week. Bitcoin certainly has progressed well in its wave 4, so I think we might see a little breakout next week, hopefully. I mean, the wave count is pretty much full on this wave 4 that we are going to talk about on the smaller time frame. Bigger picture, daily time frame, we want to clarify the parameters we're dealing with. So we are dealing here with the wave 1 to the upside, the wave 2 to the downside, and basically with the wave 3 to the upside that can take Bitcoin to 70 to 80K roughly, in a third wave. This is not going to be an easy ride. It's going to be a rocky road. It will take months to get there. And it's not even guaranteed we will get there. As I said, we are still very early in a breakout. The bottoming structures here in September, they weren't great. So it's still a very, very fragile structure. But the opportunities that lie ahead are just too good to be missed. So we did explain that we are focusing on the long side. Already weeks ago, we did say that, rather positioned on the long side than on the short side, rather focused on this uptrend than on a downtrend, and rather would like to, just sort of get stopped out, observe support, and adjust in case support levels break, rather than missing a rally that could lie ahead of us. Okay, I mean, the structure is good. The structure looks decent on the Bitcoin chart, and it will depend on where we are going to land now with one more high. So if we make one more high, then we ideally go into the region between 38,270 to 43K. If the price goes above that, it indicates something much more bearish. Then we can see this as rather an ABC structure, and we might even go to completely new lows. So that would be a bearish scenario. There will be other scenarios that are not that bearish, but in the most simple form, this is an ABC structure. Yeah, as I said before, it's just something we need to be watching for. But until support levels break, we are in an uptrend that started basically a year ago, and that's not a bear market. Okay, the bear market can come back, but that's not a bear market. If Bitcoin's price more than doubled, and it's not like, okay, as some altcoins do it sometimes within a week. No, I mean, this has been running for a year. I mean, you don't call that a bear market. Normally you wouldn't. So that's, that it is bullish. A bear market can always come back. And the risk for that will increase if in the next rally we reach into the region between 43 to 49 to 50K. The reason is just based on proportions. I mean, if you're familiar with Elliott Wave and Fib levels, then you know that if this leg up gets too long, it basically matches this leg, and suddenly we get a 3-wave correction. Yeah. Whereas if we make a nice move up in an impulse and it's not that long, and it is constrained by the area between the 61.8 extension level and the 78.6 extension level, that would be ideal. So anyway, this is we've been talking about that before. Okay, so that's hopefully clear. Those are the parameters for next week, looking at the daily time frame. Bitcoin dominance, quite important. Sees a reaction to resistance. I think we might still get another extension to the upside. I mean, we are in an uptrend. We've been in an uptrend basically, since August, September 22. And Bitcoin has been moving up. And however, this wave count looks fairly complete. It just is that this last wave up, this fifth wave, I think it could get one or two more highs, maybe towards like 58%. But it's quite funny that it really reacted to that 54% resistance retracement level, basically. And if we get a break below that ascending trend line there, then this could really be the rollover that we need, that really a widespread altcoin season starts. At the moment, some altcoins are outperforming Bitcoin. Some altcoins are moving, like Rune, like Solana. But it's not like widespread across the market, right? But that will happen once we really see here this ridiculous rollover and a potential altcoin rally. I don't think we're ready yet for an alt season. I think Bitcoin's price needs to push a little higher, and then when we are consolidating, then some of that liquidity will flow over to altcoins, and it sort of is that breakdown then on the Bitcoin dominance chart that will cause a more significant altcoin rally. Looking at the shorter time frame, the situation is basically still unchanged. We are still here in a potential wave 4. Wave 4 might have bottomed already, but if it has, it's not very evident yet. So we are focusing on higher, but keep the door open for a little bit of a deeper drop into support. So that means we are overall watching for another high, as I just explained to you on the daily time frame. But short term, we could certainly pull back a little deeper into our support area. And we want to take a look at the potential micro count of this correction here. So I'm currently counting this as a WXY structure with this zone basically as a potential target zone. There are basically key levels to watch around the 23.6 fib retracement at $33,500 pretty much, and then 32,480. These are the key levels here. There's a bit of a cluster of Fibonacci extension levels around these. And looking at this Y wave to the downside, I mean, again, the low could be in. It's just not very evident yet. Okay, so had a few rejections. We seem to be manifesting below this trend line now, but we only had 3 waves down, so we still need to keep the door open for lower potentially. Okay, so there are different ways how this can be counted. If this is really a B wave, obviously it made a new high, needs to be reset a little bit, but nothing really happened. If this is a B wave, so WXY and the Y wave consists of this ABC structure, then it looks to me, and this is so choppy, that this B wave might extend a little higher. And we had basically 3 waves up here in a wave W, X, Y. And then within the Y wave, we have another A, B, C structure. So let me just adjust that slightly. This has to go down in the wave degree. And then basically there's another ABC structure in wave Y, A wave, B wave, C wave. So again, very, very complex count. Whenever you're dealing with such a count, it's not predictive. It just shows you what's going on potentially, just explains the structure, but it's not like, okay, it has to go down now or something. This wave counts in corrections, they always change. We do this a little bit for educational purposes here, of course, as well. But that just means we could still go a little higher on the very small time frame here in this C wave. Talking possibly about, if you talk about fib extensions, well, not necessary. I mean, 35,580 maybe, the 1.618 extension level, but it could have topped already there in this C wave there. And then the idea would be to come down and circle wave C next. So we just try to make sense of the choppy nature of this corrective structure. Yeah, that's my update about Bitcoin. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also make sure you follow us on Instagram and Twitter. You can find the links in the video description. There's additional content every single day. And if you're interested in daily updates about the S&P 500 and regular stocks updates, check out our stocks and S&P 500 service. The link is also in the description. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.